Hi, and welcome back to Casting an Actor's Perspective. My name is John, and as always, we're just going to jump right in. And this week, we're talking about what it means when they decide that they want to work with you or when they want to give you a redirect in the room. First thing I want to say is don't panic. This is a great thing. Now, look, it doesn't mean anything if they don't want to work with you. It doesn't mean anything if they don't redirect you. So let's just be very, very clear at the top about that. Sometimes they're just in a hurry. Sometimes they have a ton of things to do. And sometimes they just need to get you in, get you out, find out if you're already in the zone or not, and then move on to the next person because there are so many pressing deadlines that they're feeling coming down on them that they just have to get through their day. So, again, let's be very clear. If they don't work with you or if they don't give you a redirect, it means absolutely nothing. Cool? But if they do ask you to stay and give you a redirect and try to work with you in the room, I've seen a lot of actors sort of go into panic mode. And that's so unnecessary because as soon as they ask you to do something different or to try this on or to think about this or whatever it is that they give you, that means that they've seen something. That means they've seen something that can fit in their vision for this particular role, and they want to see if they can guide you there. Sometimes they just want to see how you take in direction, and how you translate that, and how that moves your performance, or if it doesn't. Because I can tell you, if you can't take direction, then they're going to have an issue with that too. Because they don't need somebody who can come in and do this one very specific thing, but doesn't have the capacity to be nudged in one direction or another, to give it a different flavor, a different shade, just a little something that helps it get more attuned to the director's vision or the showrunner's vision or whomever the powers that are making these decisions might be. They need to see if they can work with you in that capacity. So here's my advice. Like I said, number one, do not panic. This is an amazing sign. This means they see something in you. Number two, what I like to do, and you don't have to do this, but find some sort of version that works for you. But when I get redirected, I look at them and I say, thank you. Let me breathe that into my body. And then I turn around and I completely face the wall. And I breathe and I close my eyes. I think about the direction that was just given to me. And in that moment, if anything was unclear, as I run it back through my mind quickly, if anything about their direction was unclear, I turn around and I say, when you say this, does that mean blank? Or when you say this, what does that mean for you specifically? Again, remember, take the leadership role. Know that this is your time. You have the whole room at your disposal, so use it. This is a collaborative effort. We have to remember that everything we do in this business is a collaborative effort. So when they want to work with you, take it in, but know that you are on a level playing field. In those moments, you are a co-collaborator with those people in the room, and I don't care who they are. I don't care what their name is. I don't care if you recognize that name and you know who that person is and you are dying to work with that particular director or that particular writer or that particular showrunner. In those moments, in that room, everything is an even playing field and you are a co-collaborator with them. And if we can take it back to what we talked about early on, which is first beat, then forget it. This is exactly the moment that I'm telling you that will come up in your audition where you don't want to have everything beat out so specifically, because this is where it gets a little sticky. If you can't take the direction because you're so concerned about what you've already beat out for your entire scene, then that's going to be a problem for you too, right? So take the leadership role. First beat, forget it. And remember, this is a co-collaborative experience, so treat it as such. These people are your fellow artists. They are there with you in the trenches. They are trying to find the same thing that you are. And everybody may have a different version of what that looks like. But if you come to the table not asking for anything, but offering up your gift and saying, here's how I can be here in this moment with you, then all of these things will come together. All right? So that's it for this episode. I hope you'll join me next week when we talk about one of the biggest questions that I always get from actors about auditioning: to be or not to be off book. All right, I'll see you next week.